Well, hello everybody, my name is Ian. I'm a very lucky person. I'm an airline pilot. I've spent the last 3.5 decades travelling so many countries all over the world, each country steeped in its own folklore, superstition, tradition, religion and of course national laws. What is acceptable in one society is not necessarily acceptable in another society. What is acceptable in one individual's way of thinking is not necessarily acceptable in another individual's way of thinking. One situation we have creeping into society all over the world nowadays is this thing called political correctness, which has its place perhaps, but some people take it too far and become very opinionated about it, always lecturing each other and lecturing me as well, of course, on how we mustn't say this, we mustn't say that, we mustn't think this, we mustn't think that, because it might offend somebody who's not even in the room at the time. The fact is that our brains are not designed to be politically correct. They are primitive organs inside our heads which have so much survival instinct, so much emotional instinct, and further up so much educational instinct, which is complicated by each individual's circumstances and of course the society we live in. When I decided to become a stage hypnotist about 12 years ago, I knew from my world travels that I needed to find a hypnotist trainer who wasn't going to be opinionated about focusing on what is right or wrong according to what other people might think. I needed somebody who could cut straight through to the nitty-gritty, the part of the brain, the part of the mindset which would be universal throughout the whole world, throughout every person. And so I found Jonathan Royle, and as a result of his training, after about 3 months I was performing on theatres, filling up theatres with 500 people in the audience. I've been hypnotising people ever since. I'm now living in a fairly dangerous part of Africa. I've been here for about 18 months now. I get on quite well with the people because I know how to communicate with them in such a way that attacks or stimulates their mindset without getting complicated in what other things are going on in their mind. The trouble with hypnotising people in this part of Africa is they think it's voodoo, so I have to be a bit careful. But I wanted a hypnotist trainer who was daring enough to be controversial and a little bit cheeky at times, which I like about him. I strongly recommend that if you want to become a hypnotist, go to Jonathan Royle. If you already are a hypnotist, go to Jonathan Royle because he can teach you hypnosis from a different angle, a different mindset. All the best.